All right, good morning. Thanks for doing this, Tyler. Hope you're feeling well. I know you're going through a little bit here. I'm just wondering how, first up, how difficult or maybe easy the decision was to make this transition.
Yeah, definitely very difficult. I think the biggest thing for me was I think I felt like it was best to go and leave, but I think the hardest thing was leaving my teammates. I think playing hockey, you build relationships with guys on your team, and that's definitely the hardest part in leaving. But I felt this was best for me, and definitely thought about it long and hard, and I feel good about it.
How do you feel about your game and how it's suited towards for the OHL and its brand of hockey?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit younger. I think more skill in that league. I think it's going to fit fine, and I'm definitely excited for what's ahead.
Tyler, next up, we'll go to Ian Mendes with The Athletic.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for doing this, Tyler. I got a couple for you here. First of all, Gord kind of alluded to this. Could you just maybe tell us how you're feeling? I know you were diagnosed with COVID, and could you maybe walk us through a timeline of that and kind of how you're doing right now?
Yeah, I got it a couple days ago. I felt crummy for about a day or two, but I feel great now. Starting to work out again and get back into it slowly. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling better.
Have you had any conversations with Dave Cameron, the head coach here in Ottawa, about maybe what your role might be and kind of where you see yourself here in a couple of weeks?
We've talked about kind of where I am going to fit. But again, I have to earn it. I'm coming into a new team. It's nothing's going to be handed to me. And like I said, I'm excited.
And my last one for you here for now is just, what was the conversation like for you? I'm sure it would have been hard, like you mentioned, your teammates, but just, I guess, breaking the news to the folks at BU, like how difficult was that conversation for you?
Definitely very difficult. I committed there about 5 years ago, 4 years ago. So I've known them for a while, and like I said, built a relationship with them. But at the end of the day, I think they understood. They want what's best for me, and they were very supportive. So I can't thank them enough for
that. Tyler, next up, we'll go to Claire Hanna at TSN.
Hey, Tyler. Merry Christmas and all happy holidays. Just curious. Thank you. What do you think you got out of the first few months at BU this season? How did you grow as a player?
Yeah, I think I went through a little bit of adversity. I don't think it went the way I thought it was going to go. But I guess that's part of hockey. It's not always going to be great. And I felt maybe it wasn't the best fit for me. And like I said, I'm excited for a new opportunity in Ottawa. So I'm looking forward to it.
And my follow-up just to that is, you said it was best for you. What went into the decision? Like, why make this decision right now?
It kind of just makes more sense, I guess, for me and my family. Just being up there in Ottawa already, kind of getting used to the area. And like I said, just more opportunity up there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Tyler, next up, we'll go to Ken Warren at the Ottawa Citizen.
Yeah, hi, Tyler. I'm just a bit of a follow-up. You might repeat yourself a little bit here, but was any of this in your mind even last summer? The options, I know in your position, you always have that option. Was that coming to the OHL anywhere in the spectrum of thoughts then?
Honestly, no. I think I gave my word to BU, and that's kind of where we went. And I was excited to go to BU, and that's kind of what I had my mindset on. I wasn't really thinking anywhere else. I think, coming towards Christmas time, I think that's kind of when it started to creep into my head a little bit. We all kind of talked about it just as an option. Everyone at the Sens was supportive of whatever I wanted to do. But I felt I needed a fresh start, and that's what I did.
And your style of game, I know you mentioned it earlier, and the OHL. Have you watched a lot of the OHL, and where do you think your impact can be felt?
I think I have watched a little bit of the OHL, not a ton, but I think my game will fit right into there perfectly. I think I play an all-around game. I think I can help that team out pretty good, and like I said, I'm excited.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to Mark Broussard at Ottawa.
Yeah, hey Tyler. Do you expect to play for the 67 for the next year and a half, or do you hope maybe that next year you can make the jump to maybe Belleville, which could be an option for you?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you right now. I think I'm just gonna go up there, play the season with the 67s, finish it off, and kind of go from there and see where it takes me. But yeah.
And did you lean on anybody in particular to make a decision? Did you talk to some other players, maybe even Brady Tkachuk, who was a former BU player, or guys like that?
I did not reach out to Brady, but I did definitely lean on some family members. Definitely a lot of people I talked to before making that decision. Didn't happen overnight, and it was definitely thought long and hard. It was definitely a big decision and a hard one for me. But like I said, I'm excited and looking forward to it.
Awesome, thanks.
No problem.
Next up is Lisa Wallace at the Canadian Press.
Hey, Tyler, I'm just wondering, when did you start thinking about wanting to make that change to come to Major Junior?
I would say maybe about a month ago. It wasn't really something where I was like, I wanna leave. It was kind of just an option that we were thinking of back in Christmas, or going into Christmas. I think being at BU, I was always all in at BU. When I was there, we were focused on winning. I wasn't thinking really anywhere else at the time. It was kind of just waiting till the break to think about it, because like I said, I'm on a team, and I owe it to them to be there every day and not think about other options. So I definitely just waited till the break to kind of think about it and go from there.
And just to follow up, do you know much about Dave Cameron at all?
I mean, a little bit. I haven't really focused too much on the 67s at all up until this point. So getting to meet them over text and stuff like that, the whole staff. So it's been exciting to get to know them, but I don't know too much about the 67s right now.
And just a last one for me. I think your dad has also had COVID. So what's it been like as a family to kind of have to spend some I'll say quality time together? And what have you done to sort of stay busy through this?
Yeah, it's definitely a weird Christmas with my dad getting it first. I kind of came home to him having COVID, so I was staying away, and then I ended up getting it, which was unfortunate. But we kind of spent Christmas together. We were supposed to head up to Rhode Island to go see our family members, but that didn't happen. So we kind of just laid low here and watched some movies and kind of hung out and got to spend some time, which we don't really get to do that much. So it was good.
Thank you.
We'll go back to Ian at The Athletic.
Yeah, thanks. Two more questions for you, Tyler. What do you see as the advantages of maybe being in the same city as the NHL team in terms of maybe having contact with Pierre Dorion and some of the development staff? Did that factor into your decision at all?
100%. Like I said, I think being in that area is important to get used to, and especially getting up there, and being in the facility and stuff like that. It's just easier because I'm not familiar with it. Like I said, I've never lived in Canada. I've never been up there, so I don't know what it's like. But like I said, I'm excited, and I want to get up there.
And my last question for you is, I don't know if you were living at a dorm at BU, but what's your living arrangement like? Have you lined everything up? Are you doing a billet family up here? What's the living arrangement plan up here?
Like I said, I'm not really sure. So this is all kind of just we're trying to come up with everything right now. So it's definitely I don't know what I'm doing yet, but whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be fine, and I'm excited.
And the last remaining question that I have, we'll go back to Ken at Postmedia.
Yeah, hi, Tyler, again. Thanks for doing this again. Is there a timetable with the COVID and the protocols? Do you know when you might come to Ottawa?
Yeah, that's definitely something we're trying to figure out right now. Obviously, stuff with getting over the border and tests and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't have an exact date. I would say early January, if I'd say. I'm not sure on a specific date. Like I said, we're still trying to figure a lot of stuff out. This is new. It's kind of just happened. So, trying to figure that out.
And if I could just follow up, when you do get into action with the 67s, the schedule itself is a little bit obviously different from the college schedule. Does that appeal to you?
Yeah, I think I played. I didn't play a lot of games last year, and I was looking to play some more hockey. So I think there's 40 games or so left. So I'm looking forward to it. More games in the week, and it should be good.